Hello everyone, welcome to the next lecture on the CSIR Net December 2023. Today I will explain you how you can solve the integral equations question which was asked in these examinations. Myself Dr. Harish Garg, you can simply follow my YouTube channel where you have found the playlist of the CSIR UGC Net and you can see the various PY question series is available. All are with the help of the shortcut tricks in this lecture. Once you watch it completely, I am sure that you can qualify your examination in a simple manner. If you are new to my YouTube channel, you can scan and join my WhatsApp group for the various discussion part. Now, look at the first question which is related to the integral equation. What I told you in my all those previous lectures, your target is to convert this system into Ax is equal to B. And then you can easily solve this question with the help of 10 to 15 second time period. You can watch my this lecture which is available at here, PY question of the integral equations, these three lectures, calculus of variation, and here you can solve this today's lecture in a very simple manner. So let's see. First of all, what is the size of this matrix? So for that you have to compare this differential equation, this integral equation by here. Whatever the limits is given to you, k of x comma t of yt into dt. Fine. Now what is my b? Okay, so in this case, what is my k of x comma t? If you compare them, it will be x square e raised to power x e raised to power t. Now this is a function which are totally dependent on the x, so I call this is my phi 1. This is a function which are totally dependent on the t, I call this is my g1. Now it is a 1 and 1, so the size of a will be my 1 cross 1. For example, if your kernel will be like here, say x square t plus x sine t, for example. Fine. So this is the function of the x. I call this is my phi 1. This is my g1. This is the plus sign. This is my phi 2. This is my g2. And in that case, it's a 2. So A will be your 2 cross 2 matrix. Fine. So anyhow, in this case, it is only my here. So what is my B? I can write the firstly formula for the B. Let me clear this one. So what is my B is the limit, whatever the limits are given to you, 0 to 1, g1 of t, whatever the g, into f of t. Or you can simply write in terms of the x, because it's a dummy is here, so g1x into fx. What is the fx? If you compare them, fx will be my 0. Fine. So it means this integration will be my 0. Fine. Now what is my a? A is my 1 minus lambda times f1. So what is that? Alpha 1 1. Because it's a 1 cross 1, so I have written here. If it is your 2 cross 2, then your this value will be 1 minus this, minus alpha 1 2, minus alpha 2 1, 1 minus lambda 2 2, and so on. If you have the 3 cross 3, you have to write this manner. So you can watch my this previous lecture, you can learn it quickly. Now how you can write that? This is the integration of 0 to 1. The first index will be corresponding to the g. So g1 of x. Second index is corresponding to the phi 1 x. Fine. For example, if you want to write f alpha 2 1, it will be g2x into f1 phi 1 x. Fine. So that's the way I have written here. Anyhow, now this is over. So a will be my here. Now when it has a non-zero solution, so my system will be ax is equal to 0. Fine. When it has a non-zero solution, only when determinant of a will be 0. Because if determinant of a is a non-zero, then x will be 0. But we need a non-zero solution. So what is the a? A is my 1 cross 1. So when it will be 0? When alpha lambda times alpha 1 1 will be 1. And what is the value of this is? Of here. Fine. Now you can find the value of alpha 1 1 from this case. So what is the value of the alpha 1 1? So I can substitute here. This is 0 to 1 g1. What is the g1 is? E raised to power t. What is my phi 1 is? X square e raised to power x. So I can substitute g1 of x e raised to power x x square e raised to power x. Now what is the integration of this? X square e raised to power 2x. Fine. Now you can easily integrate by parts, or you can simply integrate them. It will be x square by 2 minus, no, x square by 4, x square by 2 minus x 2 plus 1 over 4 from 0 to 1. So what is the answer of this? So that means e raised to power 2, 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 minus e raised to power 0, 1 over 4. So that means e square minus 1 over 4. If you substitute here, you will get 4 over e square minus 1 is the right answer. So that means basically you need to solve this integration in the couple of seconds. Okay, look at this one. Your target is to find the cardinality of the, cardinality means number of the elements in the, so that means you are talking about the how many extremals you have. Fine. If you get a unique extremal, then the cardinality will be 1. If the extremal will be like here c1 x square plus 3, then c1 is a constant, so you will get as infinitely many extremal because c1 is constant. Now how you can find that? Because there is a one condition is given to you, I can return this j is y dash square plus lambda times of y. Fine. Now what is that? I can write the Euler equation. This is my f dy dx of f upon y dash is 0. So what is the f is lambda. This is of 2 y dash is my 0. So what is given to you? Lambda over 2 is my y double dash. So lambda over 2 I call as a constant. So y double dash is say alpha. Fine. Now if you solve them, it will be alpha x plus beta. What is a y double dash is? Alpha x square over 2 plus beta x plus gamma. Or I can consider this alpha over 2 as another constant, say ax square plus bx plus c. This is my constant. Fine. Now what is the cardinality? We can decide with the help of the a, b and c. So y of 0 is 1, c will be 1, y of 1 is equal to 6, so 6 will be a plus b plus c. So that means a plus b is my 5. Fine. Now integration of this will be 3, so 3 will be a over 3 plus b over 2 plus c. So c will be my 1. Fine. C minus 1 is 2, so 2a over 3 plus b over 2, or I can say 2a plus 3b is my 12. Clear? Now that's over. Now there is no need to solve them, because you can see from the equation number 1, from the equation number 2, if you solve them, you will get a, you will get b. Both are my unique number. So what is my extremal? That is a unique number of x square. This is my b plus c. So you will get no constant involvement. Fine. It is free from the constant. So how many extremals are there? That is my unique extremal. Once you get a unique extremal, the cardinality is my 1. That's a simple answer. Fine. Otherwise, if you want to solve them, so clearly say if you multiply by 3 and subtract them, so a will be my 3, b will be my 2. So your solution will be 3x square plus 2x. And you can see again it is a unique extremal. So once it is free from the constant, it is free from the a, b and c. So that's why extremal is my constant. Fine. Or if you get some arbitrary constant involved in that, then you can find the cardinality accordingly. So once you are in the examination, there is no need to find what is the value of the a and b. From clearly say from the equation number 1 and 2 that we will get a unique solution, because 1 over 2 is not equal to 1 over 3. So that means this is the condition for the uniqueness. So once we can obtain the unique condition and C1 is also obtained, so all the conditions are unique, we get the unique extremal here. So once it's a unique, the cardinality is my 1. Okay, look at this another one. This is the Volterra equation. Fine. So again, your target is to firstly compare this equation by here, x to 0, k x t y of t of dt. So what you obtain from that, lambda is my 1, f of x will be my e raised to power x, and this will be my k of xt. So do you remember how you can solve the Volterra equation? You have to solve by the resolvent kernel. But remember that there is no need to solve by the resolvent kernel. I already told you the simplest step. What is the first step is, whenever kx comma t multiplied by kt comma x is my 1. Second, whenever k of x comma x is my 1. Whenever these two conditions are satisfied, then your resolvent kernel is directly you can written as k times k of x comma t into lambda times x minus t. Whenever these two properties are satisfied, you can write it directly. Let me check whether this is satisfied or not. This is my kx comma t. Now clearly say the first property is satisfied. When you substitute t and x, if you multiply them, it is 1. Is it kx comma x is a 1? Yes. So both are satisfied. So your resolvent kernel will be 1 plus x square, 1 plus t square. Lambda will be my 1. Fine. So it is my x minus t. Fine. For example, if in the examiner will ask you, if examiner will give you this function, does it satisfy both the properties? First property, yes, it's satisfied. Second property, yes, again satisfied. So in that case, your resolvent kernel will again be of this nature. Whatever the function is there, if it is satisfied the two properties, your resolvent kernel will be here. Fine. Now finally, what will be your solution? So solution will be y of x, which is fx plus lambda times x to 0. This is my resolvent kernel into f of t. That's all. Fine. So what is my fx is e raised to power x. Lambda is my 1. Integration x to 0. F of t, what is the fx is? Here. If you multiply by f of t, it will be the e raised to power t. And you can multiply this into here. So it will be 1 plus x square over 1 plus t square into e raised to power x dt. Fine. So now I can write the rest of the part here. So what will happen? So it will be e raised to power x. Again e raised to power x is common. 1 plus x square is common. So inside part is 1 to 0, 0 to x, 1 plus t square. So what is the integration of this? I can take e raised to power x again common. 1 plus x square tan inverse of t. So if I substitute here, it will be the tan inverse x. Fine. Now what is your requirement? Your requirement is to find, this is my y of x. Now what is the y of 1? Your requirement is y1. It is e 1 plus 1 is 2. What is the tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So what is the answer is pi by 2. So second is the correct option. First is the cancel out. Look at the second option. Y of root 3. So e of root 3 into 1 plus 3 plus 1 4. Tan inverse of root 3, that's a 60 degree, pi by 3. So 1 plus 4 pi by 3 is the right answer. B and D are the correct answer. Fine. Always remember my shortcut tricks. You can get your answer in a reasonable time. There is no need to find the resolvent kernel like of this. This into z of t, there is no need of them. Once whatever I have told the two property, if it is satisfied, you can write the resolvent kernel directly. Okay, look at this another one, which is a Fredmol equation. So your target is to write this equation into ax is equal to b. So I can write the equation in the form of minus 3 I can written on the right hand side. So fx plus 3 times kx comma t into yt. Fine. So what is that? Lambda will be my 3. Fine. And kx comma t will be my x comma t. So what is the size of the a? So this is my x comma t. So this is my function of the x. I call it, this is my phi 1. This is called as the g1. So this a will be my 1 comma 1. B will be my, limits are my 0 to this. It will be g1 of x into fx. Fine. What is the fx is not given to you. Now what is the actually, okay, what is the a? A is my 1 minus lambda times alpha 1 1. Alpha 1 1 will be 0 to 1 g1x and phi 1x. Fine. Now at least one solution. When this system has at least one solution, only when at least one solution, it means either it has a unique solution or it has the infinitely many solution. Fine. Now I can see for here, firstly, what is the g1x is? X. This is x. So what is the answer of this is x square. So that means 1 over 3. So if I substitute here, lambda will be my 3. So 3 into 1 over 3 is my 0. So once this number is 0, it means unique solution will not be happen. So when it will be the solution? Only when it has a infinitely many solution. What is the condition for the infinitely many solution? That means the rank of the A condition B are same, and it's same to be number of the variable. So rank of the A, because it has a 0, so we must show that B value must be 0. So this is our target. Fine. Now that's over. Now look at the options and you can substitute this satisfied. So which of the following the value of the fx? Now look at the first option. I can found the value of the b. Check whether it's a 0 or not. What is the g1? G is my here. Fine. So it is my x into x square minus 1 over 2. What is the integration of this? It's x cube 1 over 4. It is x square 1 over 4, 0. So first option is correct option. Look at the second option. 1 to 0 x into e raised to power x. What is the integration of this? X minus 1 e raised to power x, 0 to 1. Clearly say which is a non-zero because of this 0 value. Fine. So this option is cancelled out. Look at the third option. So that means b will be my 1 to 0 x 2 minus 3x. So it's a 2x, it will be x square minus 3x square. So 3x square will be 3x cube over 3 from 0 to 1. So it's a 1 minus 1 0, 0 minus 0 is the correct answer. Look at the fourth answer. It's a x into x minus 1 integration x square 1 over 3 x 1 over 2, which is non-zero. So the correct options are A and C are my correct answer of this problem. Look at this another one. Again extremal is given to you. Which are the following point attained? Very simple. I have to write firstly the Euler equation. This is the y dash plus x cube y dash square. So partial derivative with respect to y and partial derivative with respect to y dash. So with respect to y is a 0. This is d by dx of 1 plus 2x cube y dash is my 0. Fine. Now can you solve this integration? This derivative will be here. So it will be 1 plus 2x cube y dash is my constant. So I can say x cube y dash is c minus 1 over 2. I call this is another constant as a. So that means y dash is my a over x cube. So can you find the value of y? I can integrate them. Fine. So it will be a x raised to power minus 2 over minus 2. I call this a over minus 2 as another plus c. Fine. So I may call as a over minus 2 as another constant. Fine. Otherwise it's on you choice. If you want to take as another constant, that could be easy for us. So anyhow, it will be a over minus I call as another constant. Fine. So a over this I call as a b over x square plus c. Fine, because these are my constants. Now it passes through this. That means y of 1 is my 2. This means y of 2 is my 8. Now if I take y of 1 is my 2, that means 2 will be b plus c. Then second case, y is my 8, x is my 2, so it is my b over 4 plus c. Fine. Now if I subtract them, it is minus 6, it is a 3 over 4 b. So b will be my 24, it's a minus 8. So once b is equal to minus 8, c will be my 10. So my solution will be, what is that solution will be? Y is equal to minus 8 over x square plus 10. Now look at the options, root 2 and 3. So this is my y is equal to 3, minus 8 over 2 plus 10, 4, 6, not satisfied. Fine. Look at this one, y is equal to 6, minus 8 over 2 plus 10, satisfied. Look at the third option, y is equal to 22 by 3 minus 8 over 3 plus 10. So LCM is 3, 30 minus 22, satisfied. And it's a 23 which is not satisfied. So the right answer is B and C are the correct answer of this problem. Look at this another one. Let S is the collection of all those y's which are satisfied. Okay, these are some norms are given to you. Consider the function of this and here. If you look about this statement carefully, they are not asking you to find the value. Are they ask you to solve them? Find the value or find the solve, or is it ask you? No. So why there is a need of this? It doesn't mean that it is given to you, then you have to start from this case. There is no need to solve like this way, because they are not asking you to find the solution. They are giving you some condition. So now look at this statement very carefully. Your target is to find the value of the y belongs to the b naught, b1, b naught, b1. This is my here. So it means my target is to find the f. What is the f is? All those s. What is the s is? Here. So can you find the one function which satisfies this property? Any function which satisfied, like x, it is not satisfied. E raised to power x, not satisfied. So clearly say 0 and pi. I got this function. Fine. So I got this function y is equal to sine x. It's very easy for you. You can think about that. Now, what is the b naught? F belongs to this. So basically y is my f. So what is the norm of this y over this 0 to pi? It is 1. What is the b naught? Collection of all those x whose this number should be less than a finite number. Fine, because epsilon can be anything, so it's satisfied here. Now what is the b1? So norm of y dash. What is the norm of y dash is cos x. Again, what is the definition of the norm is maximum of 0 to pi. What is the value of this maximum over the 0 pi? It is again 1. Fine. So this condition will be my 1 plus 1 is less than epsilon. This again satisfied this one. So it means my function y is equal to sine x satisfied all the requirement. Now look at that. What is a jy? So that means 0 to pi 1 minus y dash. What is the y dash is? Cos x. So it is a 1 minus cos square, that means sine square. And y square, that's a sine square again. So it's a sine 4x. So can you integrate this part? It's a very simple. I can write the sine square to be 1 minus cos 2x over 2. So I can square them. It's a 1 plus cos square of 2x minus 2 cos 2x divided by 4. So 1 over 4 is outside. So integration of 1 integration of the cos square and integration of the cos 2x. Now clearly say this value will be my 0, because if you integrate from the 0 to pi, it will be sine of 2x. So when you take the sine from 0 to pi, it's a 0. This number is from 0 to pi. By using the orthogonal property, the answer of this will be my pi over 2, and this number will be pi. So the answer will be here. Otherwise, you can write this integration as 1 plus cos 2x over 2. Again, you can see the integration of 1 will be pi over 2. Integration of this will be 0. So the answer of j pi, j of y will be 3 pi over 8. Fine. Now, that's over. So once you got the value as j, so I can write here, j of y is 3 pi over 8. Now look at that. J of 0. J of 0 means y is equal to 0. That means it's 0. What is the y of 0 is 0. Y of pi is also 0. So this answer is 0. So from here, whenever y belongs to the B naught, fine, y belongs to the B naught, j of y is my greater than of y naught. So that means this option is cancelled. This option is correct. Now since this function also satisfies this property, so I can say also j of y is also greater than of the j0 whenever y belongs to the B1, because this property also satisfied for the B1. So this option is also corrected. This option also wrong. So right answer of this problem is C and D are the correct answer. Look at that. Whenever the condition is given to you, it's very easy for you. And that kind of that shortcut tricks I already explained you in many videos. Look at the function, think about the one part and discard the rest of it. And you can see it's a very simple approach I have told you in all these questions very easily. If you are new to my video, you can simply scan and join my WhatsApp group for the more discussion part. We will see the next lecture on the real analysis of this year's papers. Till then, you can simply like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much, students. Happy learning.